What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about how you're going to be able to increase the speed of your team using training. Now, this is something that we've been doing over the last couple years since they've introduced training to us. A lot of you guys want to know exactly what you need, how you should go about it, and pretty much we're going to go over all of that today. So what you're looking at when you look at Barry Sanders in front of you right now, that third thing right after the actual scheme chemistry, that little circle with the timer on it, that's called sprinter. All right, for those of you guys that didn't understand, people have to understand that there are a lot of new players that are coming into Madden Ultimate Team, and my veterans, they always bear with me. They understand. Obviously, you guys know what it is, but some players don't. But as we go through it, you guys will realize that there are some things that even you don't know that maybe I have just discovered, or maybe you wrote it in the comments and I've seen it, and we're going to go ahead and share it with everybody. So pretty much when you look at your basic lineup tools, on the right side, you can pretty much determine what is going on with your entire team. So right here, you can see we have Sprinter, 16 out of 25. So you're going to need 15 of Sprinter in order to get this +1 speed. All right. So to give you an example of what it does, Barry Sanders, who was he's like what is it? He's the Diamond Master. He's the Team Diamond Master. He can get any team chem. So right now with 49ers, he went to a 92 speed. And then now with the Sprinter, he's at 93 speed. Just to give you some insight into how this is working and how the speed went up. Now, let's go to the actual, the integral part of the team and look at the individual cards and see how to actually do what I'm doing. It's going to cost you about 11,250 training. So let me just go over some of the ways that I did it, right? Pretty much what I had to do was I had to lurk some cards because the 89 overall cards are 3,600 training. The 90 overall cards are 5,000. The 91 overall are 7,100. So this last weekend, it was very, very high octane because they had Deion Sanders. They had who's the other guy they had on the other side? Michael Vick. So Reggie Bush, the 50 players. A lot of cards were available, so training was super cheap. And I told you guys in one of my previous videos, you guys got to strike while the iron's hot. A lot of you guys were all over it. Some of you guys like, yo, I missed out, whatever the reason is, and that's pretty much what transpired over the weekend. That's how we were able to do it. So pretty much when you come down into the card, when you go into the actual card segment by pressing the square button, or if you're on Xbox, the X button, when you see this, how to upgrade the player, the third one over is going to be the physical scheme, the physical chem, right? So when you click on it, it's going to tell you pretty much what's going on. Like, all right, 750 for each of these things. Now, it's the way you're going to get the speed, you can use Brawler. Okay, but Brawler adds strength and takes away acceleration. So let me explain to you why Brawler is not the best move, right? Brawler is not the best move because we want our players faster. We don't want them losing acceleration. So what's going to happen is later on in the game, you may add Brawler to your lineman when everybody gets × 2 and it's easier to do it. You could do that. But right now, because it's early in the game and there's not a lot of players that are 93 overall, and what I mean by that, 93 overall players unlock the × 2. So I didn't get the × 2 because EA Sports, maybe they have an issue with math, but 750 × 2 is 1,500, but they charge us 2,000. I've always had a problem with that because they could just, easily make it 1,500. I understand the benefit of the player and using less cards to go ahead and get Sprinter, but that's pretty much a ripoff in my opinion. To go from 750 to 2,000, I never liked that. It's just, like if you're giving me a deal, give me a deal. Just give me 2 times it. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. But anyway, so going individually 750 per person, that is a lot better than going and trying to find × 2 players. I think he's the only guy right now that is that overall. Just to be clear, you need a 93 overall to unlock the × 2 versions of it. So 750 times 15, okay, is 11,250. So once you get that training together, and we're going to go over a couple of ways. Like I said, with the market being the way that it was, I just gave you the training ranges. 89 overall cards, quick sell for 3,600. 90 overall, quick sell for 5,000. The 91 overalls, quick sell for 7,100. So I lurked the auction house, which I'm going to show you in a second, and was able to accumulate those cards. Right now, I only have like 67K, but I got what I wanted. All right. You guys got a pack bundle. I got what I wanted by being able to quick sell certain things and get my training up. And now with the way that this is right here, you get the agility, you get acceleration, you lose the strength, and then you get +1 speed. So for me, all the skilled player positions should have sprinter if you're going to do it. If you put brawler, you lose the acceleration, which is very, very foolish in my opinion, because acceleration is key. Once the player takes off and they're in front, if they don't have suitable acceleration to reach that top speed, they're not going to be able to do anything. And what's going to happen is if you're playing players that have, one step ahead and all the foolishness that's in the game, they're going to speed up so fast in front of your player, you're not going to have a chance. But if you give them better acceleration, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be able to get above and beyond. So this is the next step, right? Now that you understand how to add the +1 speed, the next thing is how do you determine what players should have it? Well, the players that should have it should be all your skill players. Tyreek Hill has it, Marvin Harrison has it, Tyrone Calico has it. I was able to snag him up. Jimmy Graham has it, Jermichael Finley has it. Okay, we go over to the other side. All of these players that I'm showing you, Lawrence Taylor, okay, he has to have it because it impacts them so much more when they get that +1. Like, for instance, Barry Sanders has not been caught from behind since I've given him that speed. Lawrence Taylor's 89 speed, so he's going absolutely berserko. All right, like it's absolutely ridiculous what this man's doing. So a lot of the boost that you get, you immediately see it because now, if I were, like say I went to Giants Chem and made him a 90 speed, each one of those speed points matters so much, especially defensively, that it's ridiculous, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous the way that speed is, which is why EA Sports makes it so difficult to get it. Now, this card is not his full outright card, but with Sprinter, he's a 93 speed and a 93 acceleration. Okay, Isaiah Simmons jumps up to a 91 speed. So I use it on all the 15 players that I used it on. It's all my skill players that I actually, utilize in the game. Other than that, I'm not going to waste a 750 training right now because I don't got it like that. Like my bank account ain't set up like that. So I can't, actually do that. Justin Smith, 82 speed. Like these things are really, really good to have at this time because if you send, like just the rushing capability of the cards, you're going to have a lot more success the faster the players are, obviously. So you go through it. I didn't put it on Leroy Glover or anything like that. Like I said, AJ Terrell, you can put it on your team builders and stuff like that. I put it on these players that specifically are going to add immediate impact to my squad. I don't care about anything else. 91 speed on Sam Mills, like these are the things that I did. I chose to do these things because that's what's going to make the team better when you play somebody that is trying to have all this time in the pocket. Even if you just contain them, they're going to be a lot faster off the break. And that's pretty much what you're going to want to do. So, when you go to look at your team now to add Sprinter, you're going to pick out the best 15. Okay? And then when you pick out the best 15, that's going to impact your squad. That's when now you'll be able to start to see some of the impact that's going on. You'll start to understand more or less. Okay, now I see I can, be able to stick with guys, be able to do certain things like AJ Terrell being a 91 speed. Believe it or not, is so much more ridiculous than him just being a 90 because they'll actually cheat for him now because you're adding abilities. And the game is all about abilities, guys. You can have a regular basic player with just basic attributes and he won't perform. But when you give him abilities, it's a whole nother game. Everything is different now. And that's what I need you guys to try to comprehend as you go through this. So for those of you guys that were asking, yo, bro, what's up with this, +1 speed with that, the 49er chem, stuff like that. The team chems, it's 25. Okay, you need 25 to get the +1 speed, and then you get all the other stuff there that's listed: strength, impact, block, jump, play recognition, agility, change of direction, acceleration, carrying, speed, tackle. That's team chem, which you can use, like I've stated to you guys before, you can use your uniforms, your stadiums, all that stuff, right? To add to that as a player to get that. The sprinter with the physical chem is totally different. All right. And as far as I know, there is no legend chemistry. All right. So legend chemistry used to add +1 speed. Now they have the same things, whatever it used to be. What is it? Deep threat? I don't remember what it was. Oh, go deep. They have all the other chems that are there, but they don't add speed at the end. So you got to go with the physical chems. For those of you guys that were inquiring about that, like West Coast, none of these things add speed to it. None of these things. It's like more about getting the recognition of the players up, ball carrier vision, run block, all that stuff. It's nothing about speed. You guys want that speed because that's what I want. I want to be able to move fast. I want to be able to do those things as well. So that's something that you guys should probably consider looking into to figure out how you want to do individual attributes. But EA has yet to prove to us that when we give these guys these individual attributes, that any of it matters without the actual ability. That's what the problem is. So we have to be able to understand, all right, look, this is where we are right now. This is what we're trying to do. We have to make sure that what we're doing makes sense. So the balanced O is free. I finally put it all on the players because you guys were asking about it. So if you want to go and just give them something, you can use the free balanced O and balanced defense. All right, does it really impact how my players play on the field? No, but it looks pretty to have the blue upgrade to the players. It's all about what you see visibly. So like Bo Jackson, he goes to a 93 speed, I believe, yeah, with Sprinter. So these things can have a lot of different impact on your team. I just prefer the Sprinter, and I would suggest that you go with the Sprinter if you're going to do it this way. That's what I would, suggest to you guys. Sprinter is much better in this case. Now with the auctions and the trade, just to give you guys some insight into what I've been doing and what I've been buying and all the stuff that's been happening. I've been going through this. I bought Jimmy Graham to keep him, but these 90s, look, 90, I told you what the prices of the 90s were, right? 5,000. And then this guy's at 88, he's 3,600. So these prices for me were reasonable. For a 90 overall to get these prices were very, very reasonable. Will it remain like that? I don't know. I can't really confirm that will remain that way. So I can't tell you that, what the actual price average would be about, but that's what I paid for it using those. You can go lower to like an 80, 88 overall and get 2,500, 87 overall gives you 1,800 training. You can go and try to mathematically figure out which one works the most for you, but I just grabbed them because I wanted it now, because everybody has Deion Sanders with 95 speed and 95 excel. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that right now, as a matter of fact, just to kind of give you guys some insight into it. Deion Sanders on my team is a 95 with a 95 excel, using 49er chem and Sprinter. Okay, so that is something that is real. Like, it's real. It's right there. 95 speed, 95 acceleration. That's ridiculous right now in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. It makes absolutely no sense, but that's what it is. All right, guys? So that's just something that I wanted to make sure that you guys understand, because it's very, very important that you guys realize that these things are in the game and you can utilize it if you would like. Now, grinding out the game is a lot more difficult this year, but you're going to have to do that in order to be able to compete, because it's either spend money or grind excessively. All right, and that's where we are right now. So now you guys can decide which way you want to go with it, and now you know about the price range. It's going to cost you probably around like 300K. It's going to cost you to do it, so you can figure that out, which way you want to go about it. And I've shown you exactly what the impact is of these cards and what they do. So at this point, look, it's all on you now. Everything is all on you. I've given you everything that I can to explain to you exactly what's going on. Now it's up to you to figure out which route you want to go, and let me know if you have any other further questions that you would like for me to answer or go over in detail. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You have an unbelievable day. Stay blessed. Until next time. One love, y'all.